Sunana started going towards the forest crying. When Vanchi saw him going alone, he also followed her. He went near Sunana, caught hold of her and said, "Where are you going now?" Ronnie, his intentions did not seem right. Sunana understood that today she was in a very bad situation. Vanchi also forced Sunana and went away, leaving her in a bad condition. After a long time, Sunana somehow got up and went and stood on the hill. Crying, she apologized to her husband and said, "I am coming to you with your child." Saying this, he jumped off the hill. His dead body floated in the water and reached the shore. Ramu started going to work in his fields. Then he saw Sunana's dead body. He was stunned to see this. He somehow picked up Sunana and took her to Haria's house. Haria was sleeping in his room. Ramu knocked the door. Then Haria's wife opened the door and screamed, seeing Sunana's dead body in Rama's hand. Hearing her scream, Haria got up and ran outside. Hearing Preeti's crying voice, all the village people gathered. The village head said, "This was not expected from Thakur. Till date he has not killed anyone. But such injustice to this girl is unbearable." Ramu got up and came out and entered Karan's house. Karan was sleeping and his wife had also slept. Ramu went straight to Karan's daughter's room and started kissing her on the lips. Both of them were lost in each other. After a long time, Ramu came out of Karan's house and started going towards his home. He could hear someone walking behind him. Ramu was trembling with fear. His entire clothes were drenched with sweat. Ramu was moving forward in the darkness. Then the wind started blowing strongly and the rain was also falling heavily. Ramu was moving ahead with fear. Then someone called from behind Ramu. There was a strange calmness in the voice, which was also very heavy. Rama's condition had become bad due to fear. Someone placed a hand on his shoulder. Rama's feet had stopped there. Now he could not understand what he should do. Then suddenly someone's hand came around his neck and he disappeared into the darkness along with Ramu. When Ramu opened his eyes, he was on a bed in some room, and there was darkness all around him. 1 or 2 candles were burning here and there. Seeing all this, he lost his senses and started shouting, "Someone is there! Someone is there!" At this, a terrible and a girl was seen coming towards him. She then asked, "Who are you and why have you brought me here?" To this the girl replied, "You will satisfy me. That is why I have brought you." Hearing this, Ramu started thinking. Then he asked, "Introduce yourself and show your face. Why are you hiding it?" She said, "Not now. Tomorrow is a moonless night and tomorrow is the auspicious day when I will come close to you. Till then you will not be able to see my face. Till then you will remain this prisoner. No one can save you now." Saying this, the girl started laughing loudly and got lost somewhere in the darkness. Ramu still could not understand who this girl was and what she wanted. Ramu got up and started searching for something in that room, so that he could know where he was and who that girl was. Next morning, here there was a commotion in the village. Sheila had gone crazy crying and was pleading with everyone to find her husband. An elderly man of the village said that, "Look, we do not know what is happening in our village and why it is happening, but we all have to be cautious now. No one will go out of the village alone. Everyone will take only one person with them. No one will go out of the house from evening, no matter how much someone calls. Everyone will remain inside the house." While all this was happening, there was complete darkness all around. It became a dark night and the girl who had come to Ramu showed her face to Ramu. Seeing her face, Ramu was fascinated, went crazy after her beauty and went to her himself. Ramu picked up the girl in his lap and laid her on the bed, and he himself also lay down on top of her. Ramu kissed the girl's lips and slowly made her his. When Ramu woke up the next morning, he found himself close to the girl, but she was now looking very ugly. All her clothes were torn and she looked like a burnt corpse. Seeing all this, Ramu got scared and fell down from the bed in a hurry. He said in a trembling voice, "Who are you, and where is that girl? What did you do with her?" On this, the witch, who looked like a burnt corpse, got up and looked at Ramu staring at her, and she said, "It's me, that girl, fool." Ramu just kept looking at the witch with his mouth open. The witch said again, "My work is done tonight. Now no one can save you." Ha 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 ha. Saying this, the witch started laughing loudly and disappeared into the darkness. Ramu was now feeling very ashamed of his actions. He started remembering his wife and said while crying, "All this is the result of my actions. Please forgive me." Here the villagers were searching for Ramu, but Ramu could not be found. All the village people gathered and started talking among themselves. Karen said, "This Ramu is a #1 scoundrel. He must have gone somewhere to have fun. Didn't you see? What did he do that night?" Hurriya also said on this, "Look, I just helped Ramu. Nothing else. It is not my fault in this." The village head said, "Shut up, both of you. If you have even a little shame, it is better to blame your mistakes on others. Admit it and find Ramu." All the villagers agreed to the chief's advice and went towards the forest. Hurriya got separated and Karen was looking in a different direction, and the rest of the village people also got separated. Hurriya and Karen had moved away from the rest of the villagers and were moving in their own direction. Then Hurriya heard the sound of rustling leaves, as if someone was walking. He thought that there must be people from the village, so he moved ahead in that direction. But while leaving, the river bank came. Then suddenly dark clouds covered the entire village and the wind started blowing. The wind was blowing very cool. Hurriya heard the sound of someone's anklets coming from behind her. Hurriya immediately turned back. He was trembling with fear. His legs were trembling, and sweat was flowing from his forehead and running down his cheeks. Then his eyes fell on a girl coming towards him from the front, who was very beautiful in appearance. She was wearing a pink saree and was coming towards Hurriya. As soon as she came closer to Hurriya, it started raining. Hurriya saw that she was drenched, and it seemed as if the fear had disappeared from her. He immediately pulled the girl towards himself by holding her waist and placed his lips on her pink lips. There was a lot of closeness between the two. Now Hurriya had taken that girl very close to her.